Hello YouTube, I'm your fave nurse B. Thanks for coming back to my channel. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I have a lot of videos about how to become a nurse, tips about nursing, CNA, all that other stuff. Go ahead and check out my other videos as well. So let's get right into it. So today I have a viewer's question that I really wanted to address because I kind of get similar questions to this just in life, like people I know and also through this channel. So here we go. I'm possibly starting prerequisites in the fall. Thinking about the LPN program at my college. Honestly, would it be better to do the ADN program instead? I've been a CNA for 7 years now and currently have an 8-month-old son. Okay, so basically what she asking is it best for me to do my LPN, go for my LPN, or go for my RN? So, associates in RN. So, the thing with that, there's a few things to consider, but there's basically 3 things to consider. If you haven't already, check out my other video of why I chose LPN over RN. It's a little lengthy, I think, but it really goes into depth as to what my situation was and, you know, why I chose LPN over RN. So you really have, it comes down to a case-by-case type of thing. You can't just say, because that person decides to do it this way, I'm going to do it that way. You really have to look at your current situation. So with her, she has a child. She's already been a CNA for a while. So she has a baby. He's 8. Did she say son? I think she said she has an 8-month-old son. So yeah, her son is only 8 months. So there's things to consider. First, I would say think about your time. How much time do you have? How much time do you want to put into this? Think about the experience that you already have. Do you already have classes that you've already taken? Blah, blah, blah. And then also think about what your career goals are. So first, talking about time. So, you know, with her having an 8-month-old child, she already has those responsibilities on her. I don't know if she's, you know, living by herself, living with her spouse, living with parents, whatever the case may be, but she already has a responsibility of a child. So with that in mind, you kind of want to get out there and make more money as soon as possible so you can provide better for your children. So that's something to consider. If you're, you know, younger, maybe coming right out of high school, you still live with your parents, and I would say, you know, go ahead and just, if you know for sure you want to be a nurse, you got to think about your career goals. You know for sure you want to be a nurse, just go straight in and go and get into a bachelor's program. You might be younger, coming from high school, you have that support system as far as financially, just go straight for it. You have to look at your situation. Something else with time, maybe, you know, you feel like you're older and you kind of just want to get out there and start a new career, or you're in a career that you really don't like and you want to just start a new career right away. That's something to consider. Also, maybe time as far as, you know, I want to get this done before I start having kids, or I want to become a nurse before, I don't know, before my child is born, or before, whatever the case may be, before I get married or something like that. So you might have a little bit more pressure on you as far as time, or you might have more time because you're younger or because you're in a different situation. So the next thing to think about is your experience. Do you already have classes that you've already taken towards nursing? If you're starting off brand new, you haven't done any nursing classes, any prerequisites, nothing like that, then you might just say, okay, I don't have any prerequisites done. I really want to start making money. I want to get into this career field. Let me do my LPN first. That might be, you know, what you consider doing because you don't really have that much to start off with. So you just want to get out there, get the career going. And while you're in LPN, go back to school, get your prerequisites where they need to be, and then bridge over to an RN program. That could be an option. Or say, for instance, you have pretty much all your prerequisites done. Why not just go ahead and get your RN? Because there's really not a lot holding you back. You already got your prerequisites done. You might as well go for your associates. It might take a little bit longer, maybe like 2 years versus maybe a year of LPN. But you already got everything done. You put the time and the money into finishing your prerequisites. Why go ahead and go for LPN? So with LPN to RN, or going straight for LPN or going straight for RN, think about this as well. When you go in straight for RN, your associate's degree, there's a lot of people who are not nurses yet. So there's more competition to get into an associate's degree program. Versus if you're already an LPN, going into associate's program, there's less people that are LPN. So it's less competition, I would say. Or you could say maybe it's less competition because it's less people. And also the thing about it though is that it's less spots for you to get in. So it could be kind of flipped both ways. So if you're going straight for RN, it can be competitive to get in because there's more people trying to get into the program, and it's a little bit more, you know, picky about who they get in. But when you do LPN to RN, it's less people trying to get in, but it's also usually less spots for you to bridge into the program. So think about that too. But at the end of the day, you know, if it's meant for you to get into a program, you're going to get into it. That's that. And then also with your career goals. So some people that want to get their LPN, they're okay with that. They want to stay there. That's what they want to do. So I would say, look and see. Do you want to become an LPN? Do you want to become an RN with an associate's? RN with the bachelor's? RN with the master's? You want to be an RN or AP RN, an advanced practice RN, which is a nurse practitioner. Where do you want to go? How long do you see yourself, you know, being able to be in school? Or how long do you want to be in school? You have to think about all those things as far as whether or not you should do LPN or RN. It's just so much to factor in. And then also you got to think about the money. So going for your LPN, then bridging over to RN, then bridging over to BSN could either be cheaper or could be more expensive than you just doing your prerequisites and going straight for your BSN. It could be, I mean, you have to really look at your options, the area where you're at, what schools are there, just like what the prerequisites are. Like even when you get your LPN, okay, how long is it gonna take me to finish all these prerequisites? Something else to consider as far as like finances and whether or not you want to go LPN, RN, then BSN, MSN. Just think about this. When it comes down to financial aid and student loans, you're gonna get financial aid based off your income. So if you go in to, let's say you go into a bachelor's program, a Bachelor of Nursing program, and you have no other schooling done, you just got your prerequisites done, and you're going to a bachelor's program, you don't have a degree yet, you're not making that much money, you're gonna get more money to be able to go towards your bachelor's. That's just that. But if you're an LPN already trying to go towards your bachelor's, or LPN going for your RN, you're gonna get less money to go towards school. So that's something to think about, you know, in the long run. Yeah, you're making more money as an LPN, but when you try to go back to school, they may or may not pay for those prerequisites you have to take. So you have to pay for your anatomy and physiology, and your chemistry, and your all this other stuff, all your math, all your history and all that, all those prerequisites, you have to pay for that out of pocket because now you're making more money. That's what they're looking at. So that's something to think about too, you know. And then even on top of that, the more money you make, the less government assistance you have. So say for instance you have kids and maybe you're getting like, you know, WIC or food stamps, or you're getting, you know, help with housing. You're not gonna be able to qualify for that as much as really not anything for real. Even if you don't have kids and you were able to qualify for that, they really not gonna give it to you once you make a little bit, like $1 more than what you make already. So think about that too when it comes down to money and deciding which route you want to take as far as, you know, bridging over or going straight for LPN. And I will do a totally different video about how to schedule out your school schedule so that you can get as much as possible done in a certain amount of time to be successful when it comes to like nursing prerequisites. So I'm going to do a separate video. I think that'd be really helpful for you all. But anywho, so yeah, look at your personal situation, your family situation, your finances, where you are career wise, and just think about it, like what's going to be best for you. And like I said, for me, doing LPN first was best for me. I really wanted to be a nurse before I started a family, and I'm almost there. In a few months I'll be having a baby, so I really wanted to do that. I wanted to be a nurse, you know. I wanted to at least have a career started by the time I had a child, so it worked out. But it just depends on you and what you got going on. You have to really look and assess your situation. And I know sometimes you're like, I really need money, I really just need to get out there and just start it, and you just kind of jump into something, and it's not always the best thing. Even if LPN might take the shortest amount of time, it might not be what's best for you in the long run. Even if you feel like, man, I need to get my RN, that might not be as best for you in the long run, because you might run into short stops where you're not able to finish it or something like that. But we can't predict the future. At the end of the day, we don't know, you know, what's to come. But you can definitely do your research, look at schools, look at prices, look at what that program is telling you that you have to have in order to get into the program, how long it's going to take you to get into the program, the tests that you have to take, the classes you have to take to get in. And the price is really important, because you're thinking, okay, I'll get done with school, I'll be a nurse, I can pay this off, and then like your student loans are like $700. So you're trying to pay that off, and then when you make more money, you want to spend more money. So you become a nurse, you buy you a new car, and you got to pay that like $300-400 car note. Then, you know, you mess around, maybe get pregnant, or, you know, you say I want to buy, you know, a bigger house, or I want to move out of the state. So it's like sometimes more money, more problems. So you really have to just look at your life and just go from there. So I hope this was helpful to the subscriber who asked a question. Very good question. And good luck with you with your prerequisites this fall, and, you know, raising your son and going to school. I know it's a lot to do, but it's possible. You can be a nurse. Let me know, you all, if you have any questions. Like I said, I'm going to be doing viewer questions and answering them through videos for you all. So again, thanks for watching. Peace.